everybody, this is Dr. Jackie. I've had a few questions of people asking me for head and neck stretches, especially for headaches, especially for people in the healthcare field right now that are going through a lot of stress. So we're going to walk through a few of those. It's going to be about 6 to 7 minutes, and if you have any questions, let me know below. First thing we're going to do is bring our chin all the way down towards our chest, kind of just going through a range of motion, and then reaching the chin up and back towards the ceiling, making sure to really stretch the front of the neck, letting the head drop back behind you. Good, and we're going to do that 2 or 3 times all the way down, all the way back up towards the ceiling. Good, then you're going to take your right ear down towards your right shoulder, and your left ear down towards your left shoulder. And we're going to keep going back and forth just 2 to 3 times, getting a really good stretch on the side of our neck. Good. Then from here, you're going to take your nose and bring it all the way towards your right shoulder. And all the way towards the left. Same thing here, 2 or 3 times back and forth. And coming to the middle. Now we're going to take our head down towards the shoulder, chin up towards the ceiling, all the way down towards the other side, just for a few circles, both sides, starting to the right. And moving back to the left. Good. Now from here we're going to really get into the tightness on the sides of the neck. And so what we're going to do is bring our chin down towards the right side. Lift our opposite arm up towards the ceiling and slowly start to move that arm down. And once you get about 45 degrees out from the ceiling, you want to turn your palm facing down, keep your chin towards the side, and slowly start to lower your hand down towards the floor. And then right where it kind of feels stuck, when you start to feel it catch kind of on the side of the neck and down into the front where your clavicle bones are, you're just going to hang out at any area that feels stuck for you for a few extra seconds and kind of keep bringing that arm down until you hit the next spot. And hold. And all the way down to the floor. Once your hand hits the floor, you're going to move your chin slightly down towards your collarbone and back up towards the shoulder. And you can probably see it activating the different muscles alongside of my neck, but just gently rolling through that gets rid of a lot of tension in the scalenes, which contributes a lot to stress headaches. So it's really important that before you switch to the other side, you move down through the middle, kind of take all the pressure off of the head, kind of put both hands on the back of the skull, and just drop the elbows down for a gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Good. Release your hands, drop your hands back down. This time bring your chin over towards the left, slightly tilted down. Lift your opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Start to bring it out towards the side, and when you get to about 45 degrees, make sure you switch your hand so it's palm out. And slowly bringing your arm down till you start to feel tension in the neck. And when you meet tension, just kind of hold it. And continue till you hit your next spot of tension. And all the way down slowly. Once you get to the bottom again, making sure you put the fingertips down on the ground and just kind of bring the chin closer to your sternum along the clavicle, all the way back out towards the shoulder, and just kind of nodding back and forth, and you can see the muscle activation on that side. Just back and forth until that feels a little bit better. Making sure you're coming close towards the chest again, bringing your arms behind your head, elbows dropping down, just getting a nice gentle stretch. And relax, coming back up to neutral. So I'm going to show you this neck stretch from a few different angles. So we're going to turn to the side first, just so you can see what's happening. You're going to bring your chin all the way down towards your chest first. Once your chin is at the bottom of your chest, you're going to take both hands, interlock your fingers, making sure that you're getting them at the very, very base of your skull, and dropping the elbows down. Once you drop the elbows down, you're going to push the back of your skull into your hands and gently pull your hands forward, kind of creating an oppositional force, and you'll feel the muscles stretch all the way from the bottom of your skull towards the middle of your back. Now from here, it's really important to kind of let the muscles go and kind of let the weight a little bit of your head into your hands and your hands into your head, and just kind of making sure you're doing a good resistance there. The muscles should be active. This should never be painful. It's a little bit uncomfortable. It definitely feels stretchy, especially because we're used to moving forward most of our day. So this is just getting a nice deep stretch into those flexors of the cervical spine. So from here, after about 20 seconds here, you're going to take a deep breath in. Lift your elbows all the way up to the ceiling. Once you get up to the ceiling, you're going to turn your elbows out to the side, look up with your chin, bringing your chin towards the ceiling, pushing your skull into your hands still, pushing the hands into the back of the head, creating that resistance. And you should feel this really in the front of your pecs and shoulders, and in between the shoulder blades. So as you're pushing, make sure you're really making sure that you're pressing those elbows out to the side and opening that up. And holding there for about 20 seconds, just looking towards the ceiling to help stretch the muscles in the front of the neck, pushing the back of the skull into the hands. And we're going to go through that just a few more times. So this time, just bring the head down, pulling the arms down towards the head, pressing the head back into the arms. And moving all the way in the opposite direction as you inhale, lifting both elbows towards the ceiling. And all the way out towards the side, stretching through the chest, the front of the neck, and the middle of the back. Good, and you can do that kind of as many times as you want. Now coming to the front, you can repeat the whole series if you want to, but at the end I really like to finish off with some gentle range of motion, because you can really see the difference from where you started to where you are now. When you lift your head up and back towards the ceiling, it's much more comfortable. The range is a lot better. You can even see that the front of my neck isn't nearly as strained. And just a few times, like in the beginning, 2 or 3 reps to the side, bringing the ear down towards the shoulder and making sure we really drop the shoulders down and not pull them up to our ears. A lot of us have tendency to pull the shoulders up and forward. So just making sure that you're sitting on top and kind of everything's aligned when you bring the ear over. And then back to the other side. And just a few times back and forth. You guys are doing great. And then a few times all the way to the right. All the way to the left. And this is a lot easier than it was in the beginning. And from here, just a few gentle circles, bringing your head down and around a few times to each side. Now this one's kind of challenging to keep the shoulders down, so if you're struggling with that, just put your hands beside you and switch to the other side. Good. Coming back towards the middle. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, let me know below.